Welcome back. Today we are going to learn about natural notes. Natural notes are just notes. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. There are 7 notes in music. For our purposes now, there are 7 notes. We have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7 notes. They're all natural notes. How do we know they're natural? Well, they're natural because they aren't sharp or flat. For example, if I say A sharp, that's something different than A natural. A natural and just A. When I say, go ahead and play an A, that means A natural. If I add a modifier, the modifier of A sharp means something, A flat means something. Right now, we are just going to find the names of the natural notes. A natural note just means it's not sharp or flat. That's it. It's as simple as that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're all natural notes. And we're going to find those notes on the low E string. So we're going to map out the low E string and find all of our natural notes. And there's a really cool diagram that you can check out, and that'll help you. Sometimes it helps to visualize it on something other than the fretboard, but certainly visualize it on the fretboard. So we'll go through it. And I'll do the best I can. Let's see. Really what got me through music school is the realization that music is just the alphabet. It just goes up to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it repeats. So let's take that bit of advice right now and just keep it simple and keep it right there. It doesn't have to be any harder than that. Now we're going to find where these natural notes are on this low E string. Well, look at this. That's low E. We already know one. There we go. That's low E. We've been calling it low E since we started, since we began. This is low E, always has been, always will be. It always will be for now. And even our E major, E dominant 7 chord, E minor 7, E minor, all of this chords based on this low E. That remains a constant. Now, we're going to employ this first finger and try to figure things out. Well, let's take the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What comes after E? A, B, C, D, E, F. Right, okay. A, B, C, D, E, F. E, F. First finger, first fret on the low E string is F. Now, we're going to continue using our first finger. Our first finger on our fretting hand is going to get a real workout here. But the first finger of the first fret, there it is. That's F. Now, some of this can get a little tricky, but it'll become second nature in a little bit. Right now, we have to just learn, oh, well, first finger, first fret is F. Well, it always has been and it always will be, and that's something that will remain true and will remain constant. It won't change up on you. So you can put a little confidence in that. We have open E to F. Now, move your first finger up 2 more frets. So we want the first finger on the 3rd fret. The 3rd fret is G. So we have E, F, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3. Press it down, pluck it. That's G. That is G. And remember, we're just following the alphabet. E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E. E, F, G. And we'll do this in the play section. We'll go from F to G, and that'll help solidify it. Because you'll hear me play it, I'll play along with you. We have F, G, F, G. And some of you will hear songs, you might recognize some songs that you already know and love. You'll say, well, that sounds like, oh, that's what they're, right. Because all of our favorite songwriters, well, they're using the same notes that we are. We're just learning the natural ones now. So, here we go. Excuse me. So we have E, F, and G. Now, in the musical alphabet, we don't have H. It's a good thing, I think. We have E, F, and G, and once we get to G, we go back to A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So we have E, F, 3rd fret is G. Now, move that first finger up 2 more frets, and what do we have? We have A. There's A. First finger, 5th fret, low E string is A. A. Good. Now, let's move that up 2 more frets. What do you think it's going to be? A, B. Right. A to B. So we'll take it all the way down. We have open E. We're going to go to F. First finger, 1st fret. Then to G, 3rd fret. Then where's A? Up 2 more frets to the 5th fret. Find that 5th fret. Press down, pluck, that's A. Now up to the 7th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's B. Here's one, ready? Now just move it up 1 fret, just 1. Up to the 8th fret. Up to the 8th fret, that's C. There we go, that's C. We're just following the alphabet. Look what we've done. A, B, C. So when we move up 2 more frets, what letter do you think that's going to be? What note do you think that's going to be? A, B, C, D. Let's move up to that 10th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, that's D. You know how you can check? To check, to see if your guitar is in tune as well, but to check the veracity of that statement, here's D. Well, we know there's an open D string, don't we? Well, that sounds the same to me. Sounds the same. That's how we know it's D. So if you ever get lost way up here in the high frets, well, this is supposed to be D, is it? Take the time and check. Yeah, there it is. Now, let's take that D and move it up 2 more frets, up to E. So we're back where we started in a way. We have open E, and then we have E right here. There we go, that's an octave. You'll hear people in music talking about octaves. This E at the 12th fret is an octave higher than that E, that open E. So the open E is an octave lower than the 12th fret. Sounds a little low. This one's higher. So what do we have? We have all the way up, all the way back. We've mapped out our natural notes. Here's one for you. So let's go all the way up to the 12th fret. And if you have fret markers or dots along your fretboard, you will notice that at the 12th fret, there are 2 dots at that 12th fret. There are 2 dots. That's a nice little marker saying, hello, I'm the octave. This is where it is. And incidentally, remember when we were making those thuds? Harmonics live here. So when you try to get a thud, let's say with your first finger, when you try to get, there's some there too. When you try to get a thud, but you actually get sound like that, those are harmonics. That's why those 12th fret, that 12th fret is marked the way it is, because if you place your finger directly over the bar, now remember when we press down, we want to be just behind that fret a little bit, but this is something little, this is fun. And you have harmonics. You can play around with those if you want to. We'll certainly get into it later. And some guitar players, some of my favorite guitar players use harmonics in their compositions and in their playing. It's gorgeous. It really is. It's a beautiful sound. And some people have really taken, some players have really taken the use of harmonics way out, you know, past left field and into way even past the parking lot, just out of the solar system, just out of this world, really. It's done amazing things. What we're doing right now is, back here on Guitar Lesson Planet, here we have the natural notes all mapped out. And hopefully the alphabet analogy helped. I mean, that's what it is. Sometimes it's hard to say, well, why don't I start down here with A? On the A string, you do. It's just how it's mapped out and laid out. But we now know all the natural notes, and we're going to go and we're going to play some popular vamps and chord progressions. Basically, worst case scenario is you're playing bass now. You know, bass guitar players, they, for the most part, bass guitars have 4 strings. They're 4-stringed instruments, and they, too, like the guitar, they're just the bottom 4 strings. They have E, A, D, and G. So you might say, wow, I'm gonna try some bass guitar too. bass it's a great instrument, and while I know my way around, it is a study unto its own. It really is. But for now, we know some of these bass notes. So we have E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and we will get into, well, Chris, why is E to F? Why isn't there a space in between that? Or when we get up to B and C, that's only a half step apart. So a half step, and we'll cover this now, why not? Let's just start on G. G is the first finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. To get to A, we're up here. We had to move 2 frets. We had to move 2 frets. That's called a whole step. That's a whole step. A half step is when you only move up 1 fret or back 1 fret. So the 3rd fret to the 4th fret is a half step. 4th fret to the 5th fret is a half step. 5th fret to the 6th step is a half step. It's the distance of a half step. G to A, 2 frets is a whole step. G to A is a whole step. A to B is a whole step. B to C is a half step. C to D is a whole step. D to E is a whole step. There's some extra information for you that we'll cover. We'll focus on it later on. For now, let's just learn the locations of all of these natural notes. That's what's most important now. And let's go over to the play section and we'll work with these natural notes. And by playing them, that'll help solidify their position. So I'll see you over there. Great job. Great.